I'm at my beautiful campsite in Tom Price, which is about 2,500 kilometers north, away from Perth. And today we're going to talk dry fish. The sun is setting behind the beautiful Hammersley Range, and we need to get cracking and cooking before the sun goes down. We're going to talk about how we keep things really simple. I'm not going to demonstrate to Sri Lankans how you make dry fish, because it's sort of like teaching fish how to swim. Everybody knows how to do this, but we're just going to talk a little bit about keeping things really simple, and then I'm going to show you my meal that we're going to have tonight. So that's my dry fish. It's a preserved food, and that means it's very sustainable. On this entire trip I've been traveling for over a week, and I've not had to bother about this at all. It comes in a packet, it's all dried and preserved with salt, so sun-dried and preserved with salt, and it's just been chucked in the boot or anywhere, unlike the fresh food we've got and everything else. Dry fish is full of protein, and it's got the essential amino acids and omega-3 fatty acids and things like selenium, so lots of goodness in this fish. The best thing about it is that it is preserved. What we do here is to get the water in. We're going to soak it in some water for half an hour or so. That's simply to get all that, some of the salt out, to reduce the salt. And it also softens the fish, the patty. This has been soaking for a while, so I'm going to cut it out, squeeze the excess water and then cut it out. I've also got some rice soaking in there. You need to soak your grains and your pulses, so that takes the phthalates out of it, which is the hard substance in the grain that cannot be digested or not easily digested, because grains were only introduced to the human diet about 10,000 years ago. I've also got my soaked lentils. Once again, for the same reason I've soaked them. We're going to have dal, we're going to have rice, and this dry fish, which I'm going to fry up or stir fry, and also just going to stir fry up some cauliflower and keep it simple. Especially if you're the one who is on dinner duties, keeping it simple is always the best. So that's that done, and we'll check out this water, and we're in business. You can add whatever you like. I definitely fried in coconut oil, and then put some onions, definitely some chili if you're into chili, and of course we're all into chili. Right at the end we're gonna put some tomatoes. Lastly, just gonna squeeze some of this beautiful lime onto it. So salting and preserving foods is what the ancients did, or people who knew exactly what they were doing. It was sustainable, and this kept things really simple. And with the salted fish, you also need to have the tiniest bit, and it really gives a real zing to your meal. And in Sri Lanka, a lot of people have this because it's just simple, it is cheap, and it's also very good for you. People say it really smells, and they don't like to cook it inside their main kitchen or the kitchen indoors, but I didn't find anything smelly about it. I actually took a good whiff and thought, this is okay. And I'm quite okay with things smelling rather fishy, so we're good with that, and let's get cooking. The sun's setting so beautifully, and I absolutely love this, cooking outdoors. I've got to do it more often. So my pan is heating up here. Just see how hot it is. Yeah, it's okay. And I'm going to add some oil. So my fry pan is heating up, and I've got my rice in there. You've got to put the water level up to that demarcation line. That's how Sri Lankans do it, and I'm not going to question it. That's how I'm going to do it. So you put the water in there, and we're going to plug it in, switch it on. So I've added a bit of turmeric and some salt. So you don't really need the oil to be hot, I don't think, but it is quite hot already. So I'm gonna chuck these red onions in. There we go. So that's cooking pretty fast. I can see it's already browning, so I'm gonna chuck in my dry fish now. There is my dry fish. And it's wet, so I hope it gives a lovely crackle and a pop and a sizzle, because a noisy kitchen is always good fun. It's like hawker style stuff, and you're outdoors, and as long as I can get this on my video without spilling too much stuff, I'm making too much of a mess, like losing my ingredients. Good. Okay, so the fish is actually quite soft already because it has been soaked for a while. It just needs to brown, and then I think we're kind of good. It's already browning up pretty well. If you can see what's up, there it is. So I'm adding a bit of turmeric. You can add whatever you like, depending on your taste. I didn't have any curry leaves and pandan leaves, which would have been ideal right at the beginning. So if you have these, go ahead and add them. I think I'm gonna also add some chili here. Hi.